We live. Pop up
We live.
podcast.
Well,
Episode. What we on? What we on? Episode 58.
episode 58 should be,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
Something.
We got a special guest in
Can't
the
keep
building.
Yeah, we got a special guest. Introduce yourself, Kelsey, please.
Kelsey means it's different being on this side of the podcast, introducing myself. So it's awkward. But yeah, what's up, everyone? I'm an artist manager, Kelsey Means Productions, running a full-service management company here to help all the artist needs, and excited to be on the podcast today. So
Glad to have.
For sure. We're gonna later we're gonna talk a little more about your artist management and what you do and how you do what you do. So we'll do that later. But off rip, let's just start it and get into things so the chat builds up. First thing we're gonna talk about is Deandre Hopkins, his situation. So Deandre Hopkins plays for the
Vibrate.
Word. He plays for the who do you play for, EJ?
Cardinals, I think.
Yeah, let me double check. Yep, Cardinals.
I think it is the
Cardinals. So he tested positive for PEDs, which, if you don't know, that's performance enhancing drugs, which usually I believe falls in the lines of like steroids, right? Like basically that's
Yeah.
Performance enhancing drugs.
Pills or injection,
Yeah, so basically like steroids, I guess. So he's suspended. He claims that he's very surprised by this, that he has never obviously taken any kind of performance enhancement drugs.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about that as far as like well, first off, like shouldn't I'm sure there's like a test that officially they test them, right? Like drug tests, like I'm sure like monthly, weekly or something like that.
Yeah.
So how's it possible?
Yeah, the regular drug test.
Yeah. So like how's it even possible for him to say that this test is incorrect, I guess?
I was gonna say it's possible in a sense of like I remember them saying that you have to be careful as an athlete which vitamin waters you drink because like the dragon fruit one, for example, will make you test positive on a drug test or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's iffy. So he could be innocent in a sense, but then again, we always hear about these athletes,
I highly doubt it was vitamin water in this guy's case.
Yeah.
He's been playing for how long? Like 10 years or whatever now. It could just be the first time he's getting caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
We don't know.
That too.
But it also, I don't know. Why would anyone just drug, vitamin water with steroids? That doesn't make sense.
Oh no, there's no steroid in the vitamin water. It's just like the ingredients, I guess, from the dragon fruit that triggers the test.
No, but like, come on.
But you probably have to drink a lot of
for years now.
I don't know what the consumption amount or the ratio is, but yeah, I mean that's what I heard.
Yeah,
my man's was taking them performance enhancement drugs. He should not have been shocked. He's shocked he got caught.
Well, I'm sure
he got caught.
So internally, he wasn't.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I'm sure in his head he was like, "Damn, they got me." You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like obviously, low key, I feel like every sports team has got to have like a couple players that are on some sort of performance enhancement drugs, or what I mean?
They're on drugs for real.
Yeah, you feel me?
It goes hand in hand with the sport.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like, if you're one of the few who's unlucky enough to end up getting caught, you should just take the L. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly
it happens. I mean, it happens every year. He's just that person that's getting caught this year. So
yeah.
That's actually very true.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we're gonna keep up with that. Just wanted to touch base on that real quick and see if anybody had any different info. But sliding in, let's all talk real quick about. I don't know if everyone got a chance to hear it. This Future album, I Never Liked You Anyway. Is it called I Never Liked You Anyway, or is it just I Never Liked You? I think it's just
I never liked you.
I Never Liked You. All right, so I'm starting with me, and I would say I'm one of those people where like I've been appreciating Future's music since like the days when he was making songs like Honest and stuff like that. And then obviously when he dropped like Monster and what was the other one after Monster again? The the one with the beast mode or something like that. Yeah. I think, I feel like I've heard this album and I feel like it's kind of a reflection of those, or he was trying to get back to that sound. But for me, it's still, I don't know. I feel like it's a little overhyped. I don't think it's living up to the expectations or to the hype that everyone's kind of been on it about. I feel like the first couple songs are all right, but then the rest of it, I feel like kind of just nothing special.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling.
Get a chance to listen.
I can agree with that statement. I honestly, I never really hold Future to high expectations. That's just my honest opinion. That's honestly, Future's Future. I just feel like his career has survived long enough because he finds a way to make a good song every couple of years, and then these features, he survives off having really great songs with other great artists. So
right.
I don't know. That's why he's popping, but well, it's doing well because he's Future. So
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a bit. Not that I was completely satisfied with the album. I did expect more, but in terms of doing something different and it actually sounding good overall, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I still go back and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? There's a few songs where I can tell, like, depending on the day, I'm gonna want to go back and listen to them. But yeah, I definitely expected better though. I was definitely expecting more of like a monster feel. I know Jamie and you agree on that for sure.
Yeah. And I feel like too, like even the songs that he had, like he had features with like one song had him and Gunna and Young Thug on it.
That's the only song that blows mine.
Yeah, because in my opinion, I was like, yo, the three of you have like mad other songs that are better than this. Like, why would you make this song?
I don't know about this album. Like either way, I wasn't really much of a Future fan like that.
Right.
The one songs that I do like, and maybe cliche, is the ones with Drake, only because I feel like Future and Drake as a duo, they
make good
fire.
songs.
They make
bro,
fire.
they have 2 songs on this album, right? They have an entire album together where all the songs are better than them 2 songs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
I just don't understand the going backwards. Like, if you're an artist and me and you was in the studio and we have a mixtape, we're not coming out the studio until we make something, at least one song better than all the songs.
I feel like Future is just so comfortable in his artistry that he just feels like he could put out whatever, and people are going to be receptive to it because he's Future, So
right.
But yeah, there's always room for growth. There's always room for do better. So
and that's the interesting thing, because I feel like with these particularly like with trap rappers right now, they kind of, like you said, there's room to grow, but they don't really recognize that room, or they don't really care about it. Like, yeah, and they drop albums like the Migos' last project. I think we talked about it. It was like Culture 3 or whatever. And they were making it seem like it was going to be like some new sound or something different, and it was just the same old Migos.
You want a new sound from the Migos?
Listen, when these guys do interviews before they drop these albums, you would think that they like went on some whole new road. But it's the same thing. So, and I feel like and maybe that's a reflection of us because we still listen to it and we still bump it.
Exactly.
And, we don't really give them a reason to switch it up. But
And Kelsey, as a female, how do you feel about this whole toxic vibe that Future's pushing? Because I know on his last music video, that's one thing I could say in my head. The last music video was like kind of funny. The most recent one, I don't know if y'all seen it yet because it just dropped today.
Which one?
He made him and Drake dropped one to the Wait For You.
The one with him and Kanye. I seen the one with him.
I didn't see the video.
Yeah. They're pretty much like I said he would do before in the podcast when he announced the album. He's like tuning into that toxic trait. So pretty much it's just the whole video of him being a toxic king and how they twist it.
It works in a sense that like his fan base, I feel like it's half like teenage boys that like look up to that. They're like, yeah, like that's how we should treat women. So like he has an audience that will feed into that. So it works for him. But I mean, it's just like grow up. Like what? He's about to be 40? How old is he?
Yeah, he's old.
I don't even know.
Like you're still gonna be doing that? Like, no. Grow up.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's like he's got to be like 30 something. Like 30,
I know he's at least 35. Like, come on now. But no, grow up, please. And
Facts, yeah. I personally, I think like I feel like it was more cool when he wasn't really like when people were just saying it about him and he wasn't really acknowledging it and using it as now he's like using it as like a gimmick.
yeah, now he's making it his whole persona.
Yeah, like a whole brand. Like, yeah, it's kind of like
wow.
it's kind of that's corny. Like, yeah. But yeah. So I don't know if anybody else heard the album. I'm interested, to hear what exactly genuine, real Future, like diehard Future fans think about it. I didn't really go on Reddit or anything and see, but I don't feel like it's that special. I feel like it's just like it's all right, it's regular. I don't think most of the songs on there aren't very. They don't have a lot of replay value. They're not that memorable. You know what I mean? Like so.
But, you ain't like that song with him and Kodak?
Yeah, even though him and Kodak, like I said, like okay, right now, French Montana is nowhere near my favorite artist. I feel like he fell off a long time ago. French Montana right now has a new song with Kodak that is far better than that song that's on the Future album. So,
but I feel like that song that Kodak and French Montana made was like more typical than like I feel like because Kodak came out real different on that track with him and Future. You know what I'm saying? So like
he tried to. Like, I feel like that don't work sometimes for everybody when they try.
Yeah, no, that
it sounds dope to me.
It sounds dope to me. Kodak is way better than the Future.
The lyrics and the hook is deep as shit.
So what would you say, EJ?
No, I was saying I think that French Montana and Kodak is way better than the Future and Kodak.
Yeah, I can play that French Montana.
Yeah, it's a club knocker for real. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, everybody else in the comments,
that's all niggas care about. Yeah,
let us know.
That's why I didn't niggas keep getting the same shit.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more. I think Young Thug has like an album coming out too, which hopefully that has like a is because his last album, not his last album, but the one before, that's So Much Fun, that was really good. So hopefully he like.
Yeah, but the last album was a little bit of a letdown, so I'm questioning that.
I don't know what he was on with that one. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. Next, speaking of, I think we mentioned Drake, right? We did. No, yeah. Let's talk about what happened. A situation that happened on Instagram with Drake, and I believe the dude was like some random dude, right? Like this wasn't a guy of any kind of fame or nothing. Like he was just a random dude. He said something to Drake. I forgot what it was.
He said what he said. He said, "Oh, your son."
He said your son is playing with ghostwriters.
Yeah, your son. The only thing your son will be playing with is ghostwriters.
Wow. Yeah.
Which I don't really get. But...
I mean, there's a backstory because Drake was saying something. Everybody's talking about John Morant's dad being over invasive with John Morant and LeVar Ball being over invasive with, LaMelo and Lonzo and things like that. And Drake's like, if my son's over there playing with Rubik's Cube, I'm going to be over invasive. I'm going to be, hyping my son up. And then some guy figured he'd troll and comment, the only thing your son going to be playing with is ghostwriters.
I guess.
And then so Drake wrote back that he just followed his girl, right? Because she needs excitement in her life.
She needs excitement in her life.
Needs some excitement in her life.
And
then his dude had them saying like, should I be worried? And then his girl made a follow-up DM saying like my husband started something or called him out, and so now Drake thinks I need some excitement in my life. And now everyone was saying like she put the eyes emoji, so that means he brought her. But I feel like it wasn't that serious.
Yeah.
Like she tagged her husband in the post. It wasn't like
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Funny thing is though, first of all, that both of them went viral. Like they made apparently they made 10K, 10 plus K today. Like I'm
sure a lot of people been hitting them up.
The dude and the girl, the dude who the troll.
Money.
They I seen him because I went on his page and I seen him doing you know how people do story reposts, making a couple $100 doing story reposts. They booked the show. Like my man really was like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna profit off this. So they went and made 10K today.
Well, good for them. Yeah.
I guess.
So what do y'all think though? Do y'all think that as far as Drake, do you think that was a cool move, or you think that was kind of lame? Like as far as him,
that's petty as hell.
It's petty. But I just think it's funny. Even though what's crazy is like
it's humorous. It's humorous.
Go ahead.
But like because like some women would actually go for that. So like he
Oh, yeah.
knows his status would actually make women go for that. But it's like, you know damn well you're not gonna do nothing with this girl. Why are you gonna mess up this whole like marriage? You know,
Right,
like
yeah, but
that's
I feel like Shorty knew that too. Like the girl and her boyfriend probably knew, like, yeah, Drake's not really about to come find Cat.
exactly
Like,
what is Drake really gonna do?
But how do you know that? What if he really was like, let me go far? Like,
I mean, he could.
Drake
Obviously,
could
he has
just to
the-
troll somebody. He could just drop 10, 20 bands on them, just like, hey, what's up? Hey, fly out here real quick, just to troll.
But all right, so wait.
But the thing is, he don't even gotta do that though.
You said what?
Do you think she should do it? Like, would you
Hell no,
you
she
know,
shouldn't do it. But hey, you don't know everybody's
For what?
relationship.
For one
Oh
night?
no, bro. Listen, I seen
Like, you're not
Before
getting
you
no
ask,
other
before-
benefits from like one night with Drake. What is that gonna do?
But
Oh,
you
yeah,
never
but-
know.
but some
To
of
me,
the women ain't thinking
although
about
I
that.
wouldn't pick this, it's just like when niggas say like, "Oh, would you pick the dinner or the money with Jay-Z?" You
Yeah.
never know if you're a girl what one night with Drake might do for the rest.
Especially if
you
you're a
play your
model.
cards right.
Yeah, if you
never
play
know
your
what happens
cards
the
right,
rest of your life.
you
You never know.
You can really, bro. You
What,
should.
by telling people that you slept with Drake?
Her page
Not just
today
that,
got
he
a
could
million.
help in other ways. He could give financially. He could help her out.
Homegirls.
He already
That's
helped
if
him out.
he
with
decides
what?
he wants to go that further with it. But no, bagging her and taking her out and doing that is just enough. What makes you think he's gonna give more? That's what I was saying. Like that's
So, all right,
like
He'd
so
have to be
as
going
a-
pretty
as
far
a
for a
woman-
troll.
from a female perspective.
Yeah.
Like if Drake is randomly hitting me up and I'm knowing it's because my husband or whoever provoked him, like, okay, he wants to fly me out or whatever. Like you're not like he's not gonna you're not gonna
So you're
become
saying you would not do
girlfriend
it.
now, you feel me?
You're saying you wouldn't
Like
do
it
it.
wasn't like that. So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Like what the fuck? I wouldn't do it.
So wait. For the record, let's confirm that you just said this. So if Drake messaged you personally and said to you, "Yo, I forget what your boyfriend is talking about, whatever. I'll fly you out tonight. You can pack a bag right now. You'll be on the next."
Fuck
jet
no.
first
Well,
class."
I think Drake is corny. Drake is corny anyways. Like
Okay.
No.
Well, that's. I didn't know you thought that.
he's
That's-
another grown ass corny man. Like no.
Got you.
I wouldn't do
Usually that's not the opinion of Drake.
Nah.
I seen a lot of
But-
reposts saying that they would.
Money
leave
is
it
not
all.
everything. Like
That's true.
behind
That's
the
true.
money, these people would be nothing. Like
Oh, very
personality
true.
wise, if Future had no money, no one would like him.
That's
If
true. I
Drake-
feel me.
Drake-
That's
Drake
life.
had
A lot
no
of people-
money, he would be less liked than less respected. He wouldn't be who he is now without the money. You know,
That's facts. Once you get money, you can mold yourself into however
however
what
you want to be.
Yeah, a lot of people
So-
do that. Yeah, facts. Yeah. So I personally, I didn't think it. I thought it was kind of corny, just because. Not even because of It's just like if I'm Drake, I got better stuff. I feel like I should have better stuff to do with my day and my time than like
Yeah.
I wouldn't even see that, but he did. So what do I know? Because clearly he had time. So
He did.
he did. So, but yeah. So next thing, let's keep it moving. We're gonna talk about Kevin Samuels. This is like breaking news that's going on right now, and I don't even know.
Yeah,
what
literally
exactly
as
going
we
on.
speak.
But
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with this nigga.
And it's
for
like,
the past couple hours, he's been trending on Twitter because they're saying he's dead. I don't know where this started from, but apparently
What?
Kevin Samuels is dead. I don't.
Well, yeah,
This is
he
news
died
report.
from. Apparently, it was like a cardiac arrest.
cardiac arrest.
I
And
didn't
you
even
know,
see a
a
reason.
lot of news sources but like it's still saying that it's speculating and that it's
Yeah, it hasn't been
unconfirmed.
confirmed yet.
Like Revolt TV, like they just posted a thing saying, from reliable sources they heard that he's passed, but it's still unconfirmed. And they had contacted like the Fulton County Medical Examiner, and they couldn't say yes or no whether they had a body that was Kevin Samuel. So everything is still unconfirmed. So I mean, we don't know, but
Yeah.
some rumors do get started like that, but he
Yeah.
hasn't spoken out about it. So
And that's not the weird thing to me, because this has been going on for a couple of hours, and Kevin Samuels he's not a very silent person. He's a very
exactly.
So I feel like
Off Twitter.
if he was completely fine, wouldn't he have by now tweeted something
That's
or
what I'm thinking.
posted something on Instagram or something?
Exactly. And so
Yeah.
he hasn't spoke out about it. The family hasn't spoke out about it. So I mean, it could be he is, or we don't know.
I feel like his PR team was like, "Don't answer. Let's just let everybody like keep it
That I
trending
was
real
kind
quick,
of
and
thinking
we'll
that
answer
too.
tomorrow."
Maybe they just want to
bro.
gas it a little bit. Yeah, see
Probably
where,
what it is. Like, yo, just don't
mean,
answer yet. Answer tomorrow.
That's if.
yeah,
That's
answer
if the
tomorrow.
that's if the news isn't
Answer
true.
tomorrow.
Let's see where this goes. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So I have a couple interesting. So for Kelsey, first off, from like the woman's point of view, we know there's a lot of controversy surrounding Kevin Samuels and his job, his day to day, what he does, and how his approach to it. What do, from in your opinion, what do women like really think about Kevin Samuels? Do you think it's all kind of an act for what he does and for his brand and his image, or do you think this is like really how he is?
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of both. He's not the first man who had those types of ideas and,
Right.
those types of thoughts about women and how women should conduct themselves and how women should go about finding a man and catering themselves to a man. No, like that's been, I could probably name 5 other guys just like him that have those same thoughts. So I
But they're
definitely don't
not. They
like
haven't gotten as popular, or they haven't.
Exactly. So, I mean, I just didn't really care for it, but he had that type of platform that he was able to speak on those things and kind of reach a bigger audience. So, I mean, he was a self-proclaimed professional in terms of how he, gives out his advice. So, I mean, let him do him. I don't think it's like, because I hear there's a lot of people that are like saying like they're happy he's dead. I don't think
Yeah,
like
that's a
that
little
should be
extreme. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
he
what I
did.
was seeing on there
that's
too, and people were
extreme
like
just for
cracking
someone's
jokes on him
opinion.
already.
But I
But
think that's part of like how the world is. I feel like that's part of because it hasn't been confirmed. But once, like, say,
Yeah.
God forbid, he really is dead, and they confirm it tomorrow, I feel like people's narratives are going to change a little bit, and people are going to be like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
R.I.P.
That's
Kevin
true.
Samuels, But so I'm not. I didn't watch a lot of his stuff. I just seen some of it, like the main stuff. But from what I saw, it seemed like usually his critiques and stuff were a result of women coming to him first and asking him advice. No, or did he just straight up sometimes just
That
like
is true. That
Yeah.
is true,
So
but
I
it
mean,
seems like he kind of like
yeah,
brings that
exactly.
in.
So I mean, if you're seeking advice like this, what type of content he puts out, and how he already speaks.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be another one of those people he's going to talk like that too. So
right,
they put themselves out there in a position to be talked about like that. So
right?
it's kind of like it's on both ends. It's like freaking
Yeah.
like similar to like Jerry Springer or Maury. Like you put yourself in a
Yeah,
position
yeah.
to be
That's how I
fun
kind
of.
of look at it
So
sometimes. Yeah,
it's like
And the way he presents it.
exploitation.
Yeah, and like the way he presents it, it's like it's almost like he's like inviting them to challenge him in that argument. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, it is what it is, and I feel like a lot of times right now, especially in like this like uprising of social media and of like podcasts and talk shows and stuff like that, it benefits you once you find your brand to kind of just run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like once you find your thing that people react to and that people like, or that you're gonna get attention for, whether it's good. There's no such thing as bad press, really, especially these days.
And that's what I told a lot of people when it comes to not only Kevin Samuels, but in Kevin Samuels' situation, I was like, you're not gonna really know whether he really believes what he's saying, because like he's always gonna have that one, because he's niched down, and he's always gonna have that one thing that he's gonna talk about and how he's gonna go about situations. So it's like he's gonna go in on it because he's making so much money doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like that's how I believe these things come about and how these people don't change when it comes to these things.
And when did he really start getting popular? Like it hasn't even been like, what's it been, like 2 years or so? Even?
Like about 2 years. I would say he probably started being popular maybe like right before the pandemic, and I think the pandemic's when he really got popular because
everybody started getting bored and getting on
people were
Zoom.
Wow. People started jumping in his lives because everybody was home and shit like that. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
But
Well,
real
yeah.
talk,
Well,
yeah,
possibly R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels if he
I
is
ain't gonna
dead.
say it yet.
yeah. I ain't gonna say
You know
it.
yet.
But
I don't
That's for
know.
sure
I
by
don't
tomorrow.
know. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted something pretty valid though. They was like, if TMZ ain't say nothing about it, then he probably not dead.
somebody
'Cause they
said
usually
before,
be on
somebody
it.
said the Shade Room, and I think the Shade Room posted something. So I don't know.
I don't know. Shade Room be capping sometimes.
TMZ be capping too.
That's fake true.
I would say
Yeah,
Fox
in a
News,
sense.
but some people say Fox News be capping too. So I don't know. All these
Well,
people
they
be
cap
capping.
is on a whole different.
like
Yeah,
I'm
They
saying
kind of cap.
until the family or Kevin Samuels himself
Yeah.
speaks out about it, then
Yeah, you don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll definitely keep up with that, and depending on the verdict or what happens, we'll talk about it on the next show. But moving on, I guess we get close to the end. Let's talk about this. I was kind of looking forward to talking about this. So this whole situation going on with Blac Chyna and the Kardashian, her in-laws, kind of in a way, I guess. Her daughter's aunties and grandma. There's a whole thing going on with her claiming it's basically a defamation lawsuit, kind of the same similar situation going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where Blac Chyna claims that they have been, basically defaming her name, talking down on her, ruining her business, ruining her opportunities. Which I do see. I would say you definitely see that Blac Chyna isn't getting as much attention now as she was in the past couple of years. Is that completely the Kardashians doing? I don't think so. I don't think that's really
No, she's just not doing nothing.
no, but she's also ruining her image and doing that stuff all on her own. If you guys can recall, like a couple months ago, she was in the airport tweaking, acting crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you're ruining your own image all on your own. Of course, you're gonna lose brand deals. Of course, like look at yourself.
Yeah,
when she acted like that, that's when I started to believe, like, put things together about what she used to go through with Rob, like what Rob used to say about her and Ty used to say about him. Like, damn, she really be wilding.
She do.
Yeah, and she so the situation though is over. She lost. A judge in California ruled that the Kardashians do not owe her nothing and that they had nothing to do with her downfall. So basically that's it. I don't know what her next move is. I'm sure she's still getting some sort of money, child support, or whatever from Rob. I'm sure. Which he's another one. I haven't really seen much of him. I don't watch the show like that, but it seems like the rest of them are kind of usually in the spotlight somehow. But I don't ever see him like at all. So I don't know.
That man be hidden. He don't even be in the show or nothing. I don't be.
He's like never on the show, right? Like
he's like the one that don't want to be famous. He just rather be like
how insane Kanye West is, right? Kanye West will repeatedly complain about being on this show. How is it that this nigga Rob finds some way to not ever be in front of the cameras, but Kanye West he's in the new episodes on the Hulu show, like
yeah, and you still don't see Rob.
Like how does Rob know how to stay away from these cameras, but you seem to not be able to? But
you got to deal with the producers or something.
Yeah, sure, plus he's been going through a lot for a long time.
Well, then again, with Kanye, obviously Kim has his children, so it's like maybe he just like around and like he obviously we know that Kanye don't want his children in the limelight like that, but he can't really stop that.
Yeah, but I mean, like again, that's virtually impossible given who you decide to marry and have children.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazier than even like you can't even even Beyonce and Jay-Z would have an easier time hiding their children from the spotlight than Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. You know what I mean? Like once you even married Kim Kardashian, he should have known like that's gonna be an impossible task.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter. That's her and her family's bread and butter, man. That's how they make bread.
Granted, she obviously has businesses and other things that she's gotten into since getting money and getting famous, but the show is her job. Like
the business is pop because of the show. If it wasn't for the show, none of them business would be popping.
Exactly.
Very true.
So you can't really wrong her for all of that. So this whole situation though kind of got me thinking about the whole Kardashian / Jenner situation. Do you think like I feel like these girls like they can't lose. Like I feel like I don't know what it is, but whether it comes to like with men, with other women, with the legal system, they just cannot lose. Like and
remember who they father is.
That
Yeah.
and the
And
money
their mom.
and their
You
And the
know,
mom.
money,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm talking.
and
That's
their
why I
mom.
said the Kardashian / Jenner, because she's part of it too. I feel like she's the ringleader in a way, kind of.
the
Low.
mom is most definitely the ringleader
I mean, they've been finessing the entertainment industry
for so long.
for so long.
For so
So
long.
she knows it
And when
from
you think
back
about
and
it,
forth.
They got everything on lock.
everything. And when you think about it, these kids that have been born and stuff like that, her grandkids, they're just gonna be like future generations of them making money because, like, let's face it, at some point they're gonna make a show with just the kids. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a show probably when they all get more like teenager kind of years. They're gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're gonna more than likely they're gonna marry rich, famous people to have more rich and famous kids. Like,
they're gonna get forced to
They
the
have
mom.
generational wealth. Okay.
oh yeah, like beyond
it's gonna stay in the
generations,
family
like
for a long time.
crazy long time.
That's gonna be interesting though because North acts so much like Kanye, like it's hilarious.
Yeah,
In terms of like how much he is, that shit is funny as hell.
Yeah, I've seen like clips and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't really watch the show like that, but I've seen like clips.
Nah, me neither. But I be seeing clips on like TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and shit is hilarious.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, they're a very interesting family. Like all of them have kids already for other men. They all seem to have no problem having men fall in love with them.
I didn't even realize how many people was involved until recently, and I'm just like, damn, like they really connected to so many different like basketball player here, rapper here. Shit, crazy.
You see, I feel like that all that stuff is planned. I mean, they
planned.
Yeah, all that stuff is planned. Like, you think Kim
would not looks like a spider web.
Kim would not be with Kanye if he wasn't Kanye. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the time, like, she seen something in him. And it wasn't just, I don't think it was just like him. It was what he can do for her career and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Everybody felt that. Everybody.
Yeah. And look what happened. Like, I always said, Kim Kardashian is a visionary, bro. Like, she don't have like singing talent, dancing talent, things like that. But I can tell the chick got passion. Like, she is like, yo, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make it for real. Like, and she did, bro. That's one thing I can't really put against Kim Kardashian is like she really set her mind to something and she made it. Her and her family brought them all in and did a thing.
But do you think? Would you say like you said like a lot of it was planned, which I agree with. I feel like the bigger scheme of things was planned. But as far as like Kim Kardashian personally and her career, or lack thereof, and like how she got into the limelight, do you think that was planned? Like, do you think she
the
kind of
sex tape was 1,000% planned?
Even like the sex tape,
I believe that was planned.
Of course.
Even Ray J came out.
Yeah, Ray J. I think it was just today.
That's what put her on. That's what put her on.
Yeah,
Think about it.
And the mom orchestrated
great opportunity for a leak like that. Now everyone know about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. Think about it. She was friends with Paris Hilton.
Yeah, and that same thing happened.
And the same thing happened to Paris Hilton. Kim Kardashian watched that. She she even said she used to watch all the celebrities that she was around, just how they move, what they did, and then she became cool with Paris Hilton and watched what she did, and then Kim Kardashian did it, took it to a whole nother level.
You know what's crazy? People don't understand. Like I know it's like because I'd be jacking it too that she doesn't really have a job, she doesn't really do anything, whatever. But people underestimate like how much brain it takes to do what she does, like to or what she did. If it really was all planned and all of it was meticulous, and she's like you said, she used to watch celebrities and exactly how they move. It's damn near genius. You know what I'm saying? Like she clearly built an empire off of just being in a certain environment. You get what I'm saying? And while some people would have just, because you got like, you got like other people who have famous parents or rich parents or whatever, and they kind of just take advantage of the money and just use it. She was like, all right, I'm gonna build my own shit based off of this, of the situation that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, that's genius. Not a lot of people even have the brains to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. Yeah, and I think she's a lot more. I think she's a lot more like smart and kind of cunning than she leads on. I feel like she kind of fakes, not stupid, but I feel like she fakes like kind of being kind of aloof. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Come on.
It's a trait. It's a popular trait.
Yeah.
Because it allows women to get away with so much more if they present as not as smart as they appear.
Yeah.
And it lets people be a lot more like, I guess, revealing in a way, because like, you're kind of more honest with the person. You feel that it's like
Right.
might not be all the way put together. So
Yeah.
it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, definitely we're gonna keep up with that too as well, with the Kardashians and the whole Blac Chyna situation.
Apparently, Blac Chyna's gonna appeal it.
I don't like. I never particularly like followed Blac Chyna or was a fan, but I like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like her hustle. You know what I mean? I do feel like she kind of was a little bit ratchet, but that was like that's her brand, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of how Kevin Samuels thing is talking down to women or, critiquing them. Like I said, when people know that that's the thing that you give them attention for, they're going to run with it. And I feel like when she saw that was her thing, she ran with it.
I feel like
right now we're getting into a time period where that thing isn't really popular no more, like that whole image. Because even, I don't care what nobody want to say, even Nicki Minaj ain't hitting right now like she was hitting 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, though, it is what it is. I feel like,
No, but new girls stepped up and took those same ideals, that Nicki Minaj was putting out. So like, we have a new generation of artists now that are using sex appeal to their advantage, like female artists and things like that.
I feel like, okay, so that's another thing. And I mean, this is a whole thing that could be a whole conversation for like 2 hours, but I feel like Nicki Minaj more so used sex appeal or like, being sexy. Whereas I feel like the girls right now straight up are just kind of using like explicit whore appeal. Like, I don't know how to lack of a better term. Like,
No, I see what you're saying.
You listen to a real like a Meg Thee Stallion song or, like a City Girl song or whatever. Even Cardi B sometimes.
But Nicki got explicit lyrics too.
But
she does, but it's not consistent.
Like, you in high school, you can listen to a Nicki Minaj song.
It's true, but it's not as consistent.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot listen to a Meg Thee Stallion song in the car with your mom's like that. Like,
you know what?
But I feel like that's kind of concurrent with the times, though. Like, because if you listen to like kind of sexy songs back then, they weren't as like, they might have been explicit, but maybe not as lewd. Now you're allowed to say more stuff now. People are more comfortable with what they hear now because we're so exposed to so much stuff. Like, I just feel like as time goes on, people are going to constantly push the boundaries of what's acceptable and what they can do. So
I put it like this. With when it comes to that, I feel like, they going to push the limit, just like with the men when they be rapping. Like, back in the day, you can rap about killing people and selling dope. Now, you actually got to kill people.
They telling their whole accounts of what they did.
They actually what they did last night.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So
people
it's
pushing boundaries.
Like, so
about whole songs like dedicated to that. Like,
so, but with that, with saying that though, would you think? Because like you said, with the men right now, they can talk more violently, explicitly. Women can now talk more sexually, explicitly. Would you say that makes them less better rappers or whatever than because I think I'm not even,
because now being the best artist is not even on the agenda. It's just trying to
it's all about marketing now. It's not about the artistry. It's not about the artistry.
That's true.
It's about what sells. So
okay, and I know obviously it's about what sells, and that's gonna sell. But I mean, like, as far as like what, because like I feel like, okay, as a fan or someone who listens to music or whatever, you should be able to listen to things and be like, okay, this is more so entertainment as far as someone who's actually trying to like show you a skill. I feel like Nicki Minaj had to be skillful, especially during the time when she was like the only woman rapper around all these dudes. She had to be coming with like bars about other things than her vagina. She did that too, and she showed that she could. But when she had to step up and give you like a real verse about, like, you know what I mean, she could do it. I don't see nothing, like, I don't think Meg Thee Stallion and like Cardi B can do that these days. Like, I don't see them doing that. Like 9 times out of 10 when their hardest verses, I see Cardi B doing it,
but those songs are. I see Cardi B doing it, but those songs are more underground. But everybody else, though, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's always going to be artists that are going to use what they know to their advantage, But, there's also going to be artists within that genre as well that can show you their versatility and their true skills in artistry. But yeah, like the industry as itself has become, it's like a business. People know the business side of it way more than what they did back then. And they know how to capitalize and how to make money off this. And, there's like playbooks to it. So like, if they know that they're good at this and they already have the image and they already kind of portray that and that's what they're putting out, they're going to sell that. So.
Right. Yeah, it's true. So let's segue, because like I said, we could talk about that for a minute, but let's segue into A$AP Rocky thing. That's the next thing I want to talk about. So first let's talk about the legal situation that he's going through right now. As we talked about before, he's I don't know if they're just like questioning him or if they're actually looking at him as like a main suspect for this shooting that took place back in November, and I think it was in New York. So from what I hear, law enforcement and lawyers or whatever and the prosecutors have some sort of video evidence of the shooting. They raided his house the other day and they found guns, but from what the police say, the guns that they found, none of the guns are the gun that was used in the actual shooting, which does not necessarily mean A$AP Rocky didn't do it. It just means he clearly was smart enough to get rid of it.
Thank God he's not a dumbass.
Yeah, he's not. That's basically all that means. So real quick, what do y'all think this? I mean, this is an interesting time in A$AP Rocky's life. Obviously, like he's about to be the father of Rihanna's child, which is like I'm pretty sure many men have been trying to do that for quite some time. And on top of that, like I feel like this is like not that he's some soft rapper or nothing like that, but he's not exactly the kind of rapper that brags or condones using guns and shooting people. It's not something that's like his subject matter. So I just find it interesting that he would get into a situation like this so deep into his career. Like, you know what I mean? Like now is when you decide to shoot somebody yourself in November? Like, bang. Like, why now?
So you clearly didn't see his new video.
Oh, yeah, and I know that just came out today. I didn't. So what's this? Was there any kind of? I didn't get a chance to see it. I was gonna watch it after this. Has there been any?
That nigga was on his thug shit in that video. I
feel like
he was A$AP Mob.
I feel like that video was just more. He was like kind of, I guess, portraying a story in a way.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That because I heard
it was more.
Video, there's even like a proposal, but then their team said the proposal wasn't real. That it was just kind of for the.
It was for the scene. He opened up his grills and it said "Marry me," and then she opened up her teeth and it said "I do."
Yeah, but it's funny. Shit. It's funny that you mentioned that because when I watched the video, I'm like, bro, this ain't gonna do good for your case, man.
I was thinking,
this is horrible. Like,
but he might have been smart with advertising it like a movie, because when I seen it on his Instagram and shit, I'm thinking it was gonna be like some short film on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, it's just a fucking single. Like, I got overhyped. You know,
no matter what nobody say. I mean, I know it's entertainment and all, but once you get in that courtroom, they gonna try and bring it up. They don't care. They gonna bring that video up, be like, look, this is what he portrays. We know this is what he is.
Yeah, it's definitely
one thing. I think they might just be bringing this on him now because he got caught cheating on Rihanna. So I feel like, in a way it could be his karma.
Was that official?
Yes, it was official. I don't know.
Was it official?
Well, I didn't know that was official.
They say he cheated on Rihanna, so he cheated on Rihanna. Okay, so you're not
You're guilty until proven innocent. Well, I don't know if he did that, so I'm not going to second that. But I did hear a lot of different rumors, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be shocked. But I don't think Rihanna.
We literally heard A$AP Rocky's song. I love, what is it? Damn.
Fucking problem?
Yeah. I love bad bitches, they're my fucking problem. Hey, yeah, I love them, I got a fucking problem.
Like,
he said it.
Even
it's like,
once you
like the baddest one.
You're
not the baddest one. Like, anything after that is a downgrade.
Yeah.
He's not a billionaire. Whatever girl he was piping was not a billionaire like Rihanna. Like, she doesn't have an established company.
Right. Let's be honest.
She got Grammys.
Career-wise.
Right.
But that just goes to show.
like they're not equal.
The men don't care. Okay, they don't care about any of that stuff. Okay?
What'd you say?
Oh my gosh.
What'd you say?
Oh my gosh. She's saying men don't care about any of that stuff. Whether they built, like, when the woman's a billionaire, none of that matters. Of course it does. It depends on the kind of nigga you are.
Because I mean, not even money is even money. Let's forget even the money. Just the hard work, time that who's been
she's more than she's more than just the money and everything. She's a hard working,
that's what I'm saying,
talented woman.
Right.
Okay?
Like she don't need ASAP Rocky at all,
and she's pregnant right now, carrying this man's child.
Yeah, that's
still working.
That's why I'm iffy about that cheating story, because I feel like she probably would have just been left and be like, all right, it is what it is. And
like I can't imagine her knowing that he did that for a fact. I mean, she's pregnant, I guess, would be the only reason, but I still picture her being the type of woman that would stay through that. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know. The fact that she chose ASAP Rocky, I don't know. She's been making a lot of questionable decisions.
Could got a good point there.
Yeah. I heard she used to even date like Leonardo DiCaprio at one point.
I did hear that.
Yeah, downgrading to ASAP Rocky.
The billionaire, she was dating that one.
That one.
She's dating a billionaire Indian prince. That one dude.
She's like, fuck it, give me ASAP.
And now you want to date ASAP Rocky? Who is ASAP Rocky?
Indian prince, like from Harlem.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, love is blind.
That's how I feel about Nicki Minaj and her.
Oh,
I don't even get what's going on with that dude. Doesn't she? Isn't her boyfriend?
He's a whole pedophile, like a legal pedophile.
He is
like in the system.
Wait, is it her boyfriend? That's like isn't he like a pedophile or something?
Her boyfriend.
And mind you, Nicki and Rihanna like this. So you feel me? Like birds flock together.
But you know what though? I be thinking though. I think with some people too, they have a thing where they like, if you're at a certain level of status in life, you don't want to date someone who's like above that or equal to you. Because when she was dating that Indian prince dude, she probably saw a lot of things where she's like, damn, this nigga's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really, like. But with A$AP Rocky, she probably be like, that's a stupid nigga. You know what I'm saying? She probably feels a lot more like dominant in that relationship. You get what I'm saying?
That could, but
why would you want to feel more dominant than your man?
Some people, listen,
some women want to feel that.
I guess it does, like whatever, like strokes, different strokes for different
everyone's
folks,
different.
No.
Bro,
a powerful woman should have a powerful man next to her.
Right, that's what I think. Like she wants. Not too powerful. Like she wants like
just a notch below, or a few notches.
You gotta be at a certain level. You know what I mean? Because, like, there's people in life. I've met people who've said stuff like they won't even date people who dress better than them. Like they got to be the one that dresses better in a relationship, or they got to be the one with more money. So I feel like everybody has different.
I don't know. Nicki Minaj with the registered sex offender. That one's OD. Like
that whole situation.
That's just
a baby. You get that?
Huh? And she got a baby.
Isn't that the same one they gave her a baby?
Yeah. And people was flaming her, saying that she had to bring the baby with her to the Met Gala because she can't leave it home with her boyfriend.
Yo, shit.
Wow. Niggas are ridiculous.
That's so messed up, bro.
They gotta chill.
So all right, so before we move on from that topic though, real quick, what do y'all think? Do y'all see A$AP Rocky and Rihanna go in the long run? Like, do you see this relationship? Like, look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, very long relationship. Y'all see it going there?
I mean, they've been together for a long time.
They don't strike me as the power couple as Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. Musically,
they might have a little run. You feel me? Might be a couple of years or so, but I doubt there'll be a long-lasting relationship.
Right. Musically,
you'll get tired of him eventually.
Musically, I don't see them being a power couple, but as far as them being like, fashion statements, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of makes sense in that regard. And they've dated on and off for so long. The fact that they together and have a baby now, I feel like it's evident. You know what I'm saying? Only one can fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even answer this because I had crazy faith in Kanye and Kim. So
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I don't know why neither. It seemed like I don't know.
Yeah,
got
seemed
proven
like
wrong.
true love.
That was gonna come to an end at some point.
Seemed like true love, dogs.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't
know.
know
I don't know about that, but
I don't know
just
why
thought it was
Kim
last night.
wants to mess with Pete Davidson.
Skeet
That
Davidson.
doesn't.
you know what's the crazy thing about that is like what you think about what it must feel like if you have sense and you're dating someone who's the last person they was with was obviously someone who you're nowhere near. You know what I'm saying? You got in the back of your mind, you must know the clock is ticking for you. Like, you just got to be like, bro, like this shit got to be come to an end.
Or he just feels so gassed right now.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
He just feels like I really just bagged Kim Kardashian. So
But
it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. If you have common sense, though, you got to stop and think like, wait, if she broke up with Kanye West, she's going to break up with me at some point. Like,
all I know is he better be doing everything in his goddamn power to keep this woman happy. Like, I don't know what I don't know what he's doing. Like, he better be that funny. He better be that funny. Like, I don't know.
He got her and the kid's initials like tattooed on his neck. So I feel like he's just doing like a bunch of like.
Whoa, are you serious?
He got all of Kanye West's children's initials tatted on his neck, which is crazy to me. But
yeah, chopping I ain't neck to one more class. I mean, I get it, but like that's a little much.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Too
I'm
soon.
not tatting some other dude's kids on my neck. I don't care how.
Yeah, it's too
fucking their
soon.
mom. It's crazy.
It's way too soon. Like, I don't know. People weird.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, you got if you're like, if I was him, I'd be like, well, if Kanye West couldn't hold her, how the hell am I gonna do this? Like, what is my move? Like,
no, that's a good point.
What is my move? And she's got 4 kids, bro. Ugh, crazy. Yeah, so definitely gonna keep up with that. Moving on though, we're gonna get into our last topic before we close it out. It's been like an hour or so. Let's talk about this Dave Chappelle situation. So this I think happened yesterday or the night?
I think it was the night before yesterday.
Night before yesterday, all right. So
first
Dave
things first,
Chappelle
we get
was
a round of applause
on
for the niggas that whooped his ass.
All that, to be honest. And he was in the middle of telling some jokes, and this dude, who I assume is representative of the LGBTQ.
I don't even think so. I haven't seen nothing about LGBTQ.
That was a joke. They don't even know.
Yeah.
But the nigga they done crumpled him up into a paper ball. They gotta unravel for them to ask him questions and shit. Like, they can't ask him nothing right now. So I'm sure between tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Yo, my man's elbow was bent the other way. They still handcuffed.
They was like,
we
still gotta
took that nigga backstage and put him in a blender, boy.
Police are so fucked up. Like, wouldn't you just handcuff the other arm? Like you. Like, my
I mean, first thing you wouldn't expect. I mean, okay, if you're going up there to tackle somebody, you tackling a comedian, you wouldn't expect getting your ass handed to you like that from a comedian.
But
you're at a show with lots of security.
Yeah, that's true.
And let's think about this, right? Let's think about this. We're right in the prime time of right after that whole Chris Rock situation happened. Comedians are clearly right now on stage like, ain't nobody trying to get up on.
Oh, and then Chris Rock was there too, and he made that Will Smith joke.
He's like, Will Smith, was that you?
Yeah.
And Jamie Foxx was there too. But
that's too funny.
The crazy shit is that like, where he messed up after he tackled Dave Chappelle and Dave Chappelle's people came running, he ran to the back of the stage where nobody could see him get his ass whooped. That's where he fucked up. If he had stayed on the stage, they couldn't have done all that damage to him. But because he went to the back where there's no cameras and nobody can see this, they gave him the work, boy.
Yeah.
And what did he, and this is what I'm saying, like, people do things, and I get it. You know, we live in a time where you can get your little 10, 15 minutes of fame and do what you got to do. But what did he think was going to happen next? Like, did you think he was going to go to the back? But, all right, guys, all right, chill.
I saw the video of him, like, on a stretcher going to the
ambulance. They crumpled that nigga up, man.
I was just like, at first, when I was hearing the story, I thought like they beat up Dave Chappelle. So I'm like, oh my god. And then I found out like they actually kicked somebody's ass. I was like, damn. Like, is that person okay?
My man Dave Chappelle came out. He said, I just stomped the nigga out in the back.
Like, yo, like that was more than an ass whooping, bro.
I seen something about the dude who ran up and tackled, cause like he makes music. It's trash.
Nigga, wait, homie that tackled Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, he makes music, and apparently his last landlord or something like that did an interview or something with a news channel and said the kid has like a real crazy short temper. Like anything will set him off. You know what I'm saying? Anything like crazy will set him off. So maybe Dave Chappelle said something and bro just snapped like that.
No, but still.
But here, yeah.
What do you think?
Well, he got his reality check.
Hear me out on this. And if anyone who's been to a major theater or a major concert or something, you understand the process of what it is to get inside, right? Mm-hmm. First off, you need a ticket. You need a fucking ticket. I'm pretty sure that man had to have bought some sort of ticket to get into this venue. So if like you said, he in the middle, he was sitting there having a good time, and Dave Chappelle said something, whatever he said, that made him rush the stage. It's like, if you were there on good terms, clearly you must have been a fan of Dave Chappelle.
Oh, so another thing.
You know his subject matter and what he talks about, and so that right there is where that doesn't make sense. But let's say on the flip side, let's say he's not a fan. And he went there with the intent, because they found he had like a replica gun on him with like a knife.
Yeah, with the knife. And if I don't know if y'all noticed, okay, y'all don't notice because you didn't know that he was a rapper and he made music. He has a song called Dave Chappelle.
Okay, yeah. See, this nigga's clear.
So he was probably like obsessed with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it's some mental stuff.
Go to your computer, type in.
But like he's been plotting.
Yeah. This is probably
plotting on Dave Chappelle.
Bro, premeditated. But imagine the dedication. You sitting there, and you're like, well, this is it. I'm here. Tonight's the night.
Today's the day.
And this is the moment where I fucked up.
People are fucking nuts, bro. Like how, even if I was that like, okay, I'm gonna do this. By the time I get there and I sit down, I'm like, yeah, I can't. I'm not doing this. This is fucking crazy. I can't. This is not going to end well for me. There's no way this ends well.
Of course not.
Like,
man, Dave Chappelle is good everywhere.
Bro.
Of course, it's not going to end well for you, bro.
And plus,
the thing is,
Dave Chappelle,
to get his ass like that.
He's known for that stuff.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle is known for he will let you know exactly, like he will beat your ass, like he said that before on occasion.
Yeah, he told about this whole story.
What would you expect? Like he's not the one to try.
Chappelle's not one of them.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
we done seen the man in the Chi. We done seen the man in New York.
You're gonna turn a Mr. Potato Head and have his whole arm fucking twisted off, but he clearly knew it wasn't gonna be easy, whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, but let me ask you before we close it out. Do you think so? If this was in some type of way, this dude was mad about whatever, the whole LGBTQ comments and how Dave Chappelle feels. Do you think Dave Chappelle should kind of expect this kind of stuff? Especially, that's a lot. A lot of people are upset about the stuff that he says and how he feels about it in Netflix and all that. So do you think he should kind of expect this kind of retaliation?
Yeah, of course. I definitely think so. And I feel like he purposely knows that he makes this, the LGBT community mad. Like he purposely tries to attack them in his jokes. And like, if you watched his last special that was on Netflix, like he spent like almost half of the freaking special having jokes about the LGBTQ community. So it's like, I mean, you're doing it to yourself. So, I mean, yeah, he knows he's most hated, but like he doesn't care because he's Dave Chappelle.
But like we kind of been saying, like the theme of this entire thing, when people find a thing, they run with it because they know. Because let's be honest, right now, Dave Chappelle's at the most popular in his career that he's been since the Chappelle Show, since back in like 2003, 2004. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that with that second special, or whichever one it was, when he said he started talking about him, and he saw the reaction, he was like, all right, well, the next one, I'm going in, I'm talking, that's the game these days, it seems like, and it brings attention.
He even let him have it after the attack. When he got back on the stage and grabbed the mic, he's like, "It was a trans man."
Oh, he said that.
Did he say that? Did he say that?
Oh,
my God. Any opportunity.
He was like, "It was a trans man. It was a trans man that did that."
Oh, damn.
I think it was like either right. Chris Rock said what he said.
I don't know. So what about punishment? Do y'all think this dude should do jail time, or you think that ass whooping was enough?
That ass whooping was enough, bro.
That was most definitely enough.
I don't even think
man learned his lesson.
Like, you're not gonna go to jail, dog.
Dave Chappelle is most definitely not pressing charges.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No, he probably won't. I don't think he would.
After the number he did to that man, like, he should be lucky.
Yeah,
man had two black eyes. I don't know if he had hair, but it looked like they ripped his hair out. My man's arm was twisted. His jaw was leaning. He was fucked up.
You saw the knot on his forehead, bro?
Chris Rock should have took some notes instead of talking about some. Is that Will? You should have. Okay, this is what we're supposed to do.
For real.
Yeah, so it's definitely crazy. And I'm sure once homie heals up, next year, whenever that happens, he's gonna have a lot of interviews. I'm sure people are gonna want to know what the hell. Like,
I don't think he's
definitely gonna make a special about it.
Yeah.
I think he might try on like YouTube or something. Do you really think people will give him a special? You think so?
Netflix might. Netflix loves Dave Chappelle.
No, Dave Chappelle. I think he's talking about the dude that got his ass whooped. I'm like, they ain't giving that nigga no special.
The dude who got his. Nah.
But Dave Chappelle
special. I feel like he gonna get interviews. I feel like someone's gonna want to interview him and ask him like, "Yo, why did you do this?" Like,
I didn't even
maybe David Letterman or some shit.
That nigga better have a damn good answer.
For real.
We should bring him on this podcast.
Facts.
Word, I would love to talk to him. I'd be like, man, what happened, man? Like, what how did you reattach your arm? Bro, how was he even like awake? I
don't even think he knew where the fuck he was at. He looked lost on that street. He was like, looking down.
He's probably like, did I get him? No.
Me?
When he woke up in the hospital room, he was like, wait, I'm the one who's injured. What else is the other guy?
Word.
Like, yeah, nigga, it was you. I don't know what came over you, but you got work, boy. Like, nigga, I didn't even know people's arms get bent like that to like and still be.
My nigga turned into Elastaman.
Like, bro, why, bro? Like, why? Yo. At what point did they like, all right, stop? We whipped his ass enough. Stop.
When they see the nigga look like a fucking spider, my nigga, because his fucking shit back like this.
No, but those are grown ass men. Like, he whooped some ass in the day. Like, he was probably happy he got the opportunity again.
Word. Finally, I got to whoop a nigga's ass, man.
Yeah, no.
Because niggas ain't asking you no questions. Once you do something like that, they don't care if you man, woman, child, gay, straight. They just whooping your ass. That's it. Straight up.
Yeah, facts.
No questions
Free
asked.
Game.
And they have a right to, because ain't nobody gonna say, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why is he tackling Dave Chappelle?
Right.
And that was a real tackle too. Like, he got him.
Oh, like he actually got him. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, this nigga got him. Like, he was mid-sentence and everything. Like, he got him. But yeah, real quick before we go, I do want to ask Kelsey a couple questions, because we found out that she is an artist manager, and that's a very important job right now, because and I'm sure it's been going pretty well, because everyone needs a manager. Some people, I feel like they don't understand that they need one, but so explain to us, like, what exactly is an artist manager? Like, what would you do for an artist?
Yeah, so an artist manager is someone that kind of, if the artist finds themselves being unable to like handle amount of load of work that they have to do, or they need some better direction in terms of marketing their brand image, or
Right.
developing like themselves, or how they want to market, how they want to present themselves.
Right.
You need to get a manager, someone who's going to help you with those day-to-day operations to ensure that the business is running smoothly, that you're able to present yourself, you're getting that engagement, you're getting that exposure that you're looking for. That's when you require a manager to kind of step in and help you with that.
Got you. And how long would you say you've been doing this? Been an artist manager?
I've been doing this for, I would say, like professionally, how I am now, like probably like 6 months or so now.
Okay.
Not super long, but developing my business and already having a roster of artists that I'm working with and supporting. So it's been going really well, and getting a whole team in line, a production team, so I'm able to help my artists even more, developing their videos,
Right.
having everything in house. So we're able to really
That's dope.
streamline all these things.
I
So
know you worked with a lot of artists, especially doing the city podcast, and a lot of artists came through
mhm.
there. Are you managing a lot of those artists' art? Not necessarily managing, but working with them, and is that where you got your start with management?
Not even really necessarily with City. It kind of helped in terms of some of the connections I already had.
Got you.
But really, I kind of got started really just through referrals. Like, one of my friends that he really is like my friend, but he is my artist that I manage as well. NFG Duck. He has been making music for like 5, 6 years now,
Mhm.
but really on a professional level, really trying to take things seriously, probably I would say 2 years of that career. So
Got you.
now he's really at a point at his career where he's trying to grow it even further than what he can do on his own. So that's when I kind of step in to help things in line. So by that, he referred another artist to me. And then I have even more artists now that I'm working with, but it's not even really just artists. I'm working with models, I'm coordinating with videographers, I'm coordinating with producers. So it's really a whole really team that will have to support these artists in all aspects of their career. So it's becoming a lot bigger than what the initial vision was, but I'm really
Hmm.
liking it, because it's really developing as a whole what it's going to be, like a full service management company helping all aspects of the artist development. So
That's dope. And how many different artists do you work with?
right now, working with 4 people currently. I'm trying to expand my team more, so I'll be able to support like a larger roster of artists. But I'm really looking to work with a lot more producers, a lot more videographers, a lot more marketing and PR teams. So really looking for more individuals to expand my team, so then I can support more people in a whole.
Gotcha. Sounds
Dope.
Got
cool.
you. That's what's up.
And real quick, so what or when did you decide to get into being a an artist manager? It was just like woke up one day, or is it something you've kind of been doing low key for a long time, and then
Yeah, it's something I've been doing low key for a long time, just helping because I have a lot of friends who are in the industry, been doing music, that I've been giving tidbits and giving information, helping them, get some bookings or giving them advice, helping with the songwriting process. I've always been in the studio,
yeah,
having friends in the studio. My boyfriend, he's a producer, so like he works with a lot of artists, and they are always looking for advice or things like that. And like being with City, being involved with artists, giving them insight into how they can make things better, having that platform to give to artists. I've always kind of just felt like this path and the music industry as a whole is just something that's been a big part of my life for a long time. So
right.
now it's really just part of really solely investing myself in this field and going in this direction, and really just taking it to the next level. So
That's dope. And then I had
That's
one
dope.
last question for you. In terms of because I heard you say that you work with friends and your boyfriend's a producer that you work with, and that's dope that you work with the people you're close with. But what is your insight in terms of keeping things personal and keeping things business? Are you very stern, or are you a little flexible in those senses? Like, what's your personal view on that?
Oh yeah, no. Even though like these are my friends, some being my friends, other people I'm developing a relationship with. I always take it from a perspective, like an objective point of view. I don't tell them what they want to hear. I always butt heads with Doug, and even though he's my friend, just in terms of how we should go about things or how we should coordinate things. I come from a point of growth, and I see things from, you know, how are we going to make this happen? What's going to be the best way to accomplish these things, which might not be something that the artist may agree with. So it's always coming to terms of how we can compromise and make things happen regardless. But no, I don't sugarcoat things. I don't just try and make it easy because they're my friend. Like we're here to work, we're here to make money. This is a business at the end of the day. I'm here to support you. So you have to see your vision. Like I need you to see what I see in you, or else I can't work with you. So
Right. And great. And that's the reason why I asked that, because I feel like a lot of people need to hear that answer. So thank you for that. Definitely great to hear that you're on the right path. That's dope.
I think a lot of people too. Some people aren't even ready to handle or have a manager. Some people aren't at that level yet where that's required. I mean, some people have to do a better job in developing themselves or figure out what they really want out of this field in this industry before just hopping to get a manager.
Facts.
You have to really know yourself as an artist. Really, it's like a marketing. Like you have to pitch yourself. You have to know your brand and kind of know where you want to go before someone else can really help you do that. If you don't know you, what am I supposed to do for you?
Exactly.
Right. And that kind of leads me to, which we'll make it our last question so that we could get out. But when does an artist know, okay, I need a manager? Like as an artist, when would you say, okay, you need to go try to contact a manager and get one now?
I would say when you're at a point in your career where you're kind of capitalizing off what you've been marketing so far. You see that it's working for you. You might be getting a lot of overload of people contacting you, different artists maybe wanting to get collabs or features, different shows or media outlets reaching out to you, or you're getting lots of streams. You're maybe making funds, and now you're really trying to figure out a way how you can make this long term, how you can grow what you're already doing for yourself in a way. I think when you feel like it's just a lot for you to handle and you don't really know what's the next step in this point in career that I should do, is when you should seek a manager. Or I mean, like a manager can come in different phases. Like they can see you, even if you're not already established or developed. If you already know what your brand is and how you can market, if you have that kind of skill set already, I would say if there's a lot of potential there as well, then you can seek a manager to kind of develop that idea even more. So it's either, there's two different stages. Either it's like, help me grow this because I know it's something that it could be profitable and, it's something that I can really do.
Yeah.
Or I'm already doing this. I'm doing pretty good, but how do I do this better? So that's when I say you should get a manager.
Got you. It's good to know. So thank you, Kelsey. I don't know if do you have anything else you want to promote or you want to say, let the people know where they can find you, where they can email you.
Yeah, I have a website, kelseymeansproductions.com, literally just how it said. So I also have an email if you guys want to DM me for any information, or if you're looking for a consultation for artist management, then I have an email, info@kelseymeansproductions.com, where you can send any, music, or, also if you're a person that is someone who might be interested in the team and growing that, the business, then yeah, definitely email me. I'm always willing to work with new people.
Got you. All right, y'all. That was episode 58.
Also my Instagram, Kelsey Means.
Yeah,
Kelsey.
and we'll put that up when we
so I'm gonna put all that in the bio. Actually, once we get off, just Instagram me, just the email, I got your Instagram and everything else, so I can put it in the bio of the show right here.
Right.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that was episode 58. Thanks to everybody that was in the chat with us. Y'all was kind of quiet today, but to everybody that did, shout out Rachel and KS, 2-letter, everyone in there that did say something today. This episode I should be chopped up and we should have clips by tomorrow on YouTube.
Facts.
You know. So yeah, episode 58, Pop Up TV. We'll be back sometime next week.
Peace out, everybody. Kelsey for showing up.
Thank you. See you in the future.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Most definitely.